Bodine52, how are you, folks? Hope you are well. This is my first ride in 4 months, 13 days, 16 hours, 22 minutes, and 11 seconds. So maybe it's just my age, or my forgetfulness, as my wife would tell me. There are a few things that I kind of forgot about. Now, I knew riding in March in Michigan had some inherent small risks that we'll talk about, but I'm like, all right, I know where the heated grips are, I know where turn signals are, but I forgot how to work the GPS, I forgot how to, and I'm like, ay. So it is like riding a bike, though. You kind of get on and you just kind of go, right? You remember it. But I will tell you, since I've been out today, I have seen or realized that there are a couple things that you got to kind of remember. What the heck are those things? I think those things are those big old air horns that they have like on top of fire stations and stuff. That's pretty cool. Think they'd mind if I stopped and got my picture taken in there? Focus, Bodine, focus. It's your first video of the year and you have focus problems already. All right, so a couple things that I realized when I came out. First thing you want to do is you want to make sure, if you live in Michigan, that there is no salt all over the road. Now, we are hopefully past the snow stage. I say that, it'll snow like a foot tomorrow. And you can still see like a little of it right there. So to me, I was concerned about salt. One, in, any damage to the bike, but two, you want to be careful riding on it, right? So what I did was I took my truck out earlier. I went and got what hair I have left cut. And pretty soon I'll be able to cut it myself with just a... Never mind. Focus. All right, I'm going to get it together, folks. I promise. But I did ride around a couple of the places I normally go just to make sure that the salt wasn't too bad on the road. What I prefer to do is, after it gets to where the temperature is rideable like it is today, it's in the high 40s, low 50s, a little windy, so it's a little chillier, but not bad. I will take my truck out and just check the roads to make sure that everything is cool and before I go out. So there was that. So you got to remember that there could be salt on the road. Number two is, oh my God. Oh, you got to remember that if you live out in the country, oh my God, there's smells. Do you see all those cows? There are smells out here that you're not used to, that you've got to remember about. And you know what? For some reason, today it's okay to smell cow manure because I'm just happy to be out. And cows wasn't really on my list. Now, there's some water right there that's coming over the road, so you got to be a little bit careful of that. But, the cow smell I'm actually okay with because I'm just excited to be out on my motorcycle. But I also have run into much more gravel today. So especially going around, turns like this, normally you're taking these things at, 25, 30. You can see there is gravel on the road. So trying to take it a little bit easy coming through these as I fly around that one. And you can see it right here. It's pretty much on the road. So you got to be super careful of that, making sure that you got the traction, especially as you're taking some of the turns. So I've been kind of looking out for that as well. So you got salt, you got definitely some gravel, and I think the other thing is that, and I've been riding, 7, 8 years now. I believe that you're not as sharp as you are in peak riding conditions. Now, not counting the just sat around 8 all winter, right? Shape, but I really haven't been out on the bike. I haven't made those tight turns. I haven't made that, spent that 20 minutes just going in a parking lot and making sure that the slow maneuvers I got nailed down. So maybe you're a little careful that first couple rides that you don't put yourself in that position. And then hopefully you will commit, like I am, to do more practice this year to not only make it safer for others that I'm around, but make the riding much more enjoyable for me. So, I think that these turns, like I just went through, you can see some gravel on the road. You got to be careful of those. But I think we are not as sharp as we normally are when we just got out riding for the first time. So are you healthy enough to get there, and are you thinking about all the road conditions and all that stuff, right? So I think the other thing that I have really noticed today, because I have seen maybe a dozen bikes today, which really makes my day, but because I haven't seen like 4 or 5 in the last 4.5 months. But I have noticed that, the whole, especially when it's when you're riding, that you got to look out for all the other cars and riders. I have definitely known or seen today that some of the folks that are out riding in their cages have forgot about motorcycles because they've been driving and haven't been around them all winter. And for some reason today, they seem a little bit stupider than normal. So be careful of that as well. I hope you are out riding. Let me know if you don't mind. This happens to be Gregory, Michigan. Let me know if you have been out or not, and any other suggestions you have early in the year riding. So for all you folks that are in Texas and California that have been in riding all year long, yeah, I get it. Go ahead, you can say it, boast. I get it, and I'm glad you get to ride, but you can help answer that question too. What would you do? Let's say you had torrential downpours for a week and you're going back out riding for the first time, or you had been somewhere and hadn't been on the road for a while. What would you suggest, and what kind of things, when you first get riding back at the beginning of the year, do you think that you need to be careful at? Watch out for those folks out there. Be safe. Always love to hear the comments. If you're new to the channel, give us a big thumbs up. I'd love to have you join the family. Hit subscribe if you like what you saw. And for Boating 52, I am just going to enjoy this chilly, but I don't care, nice weather in Michigan that'll probably only last today. So be safe out there. Check on a friend, and we'll see you on the next one, folks. Bye-bye.